Hello my sweets, welcome back to Beauty Meets DIY. This is Helen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying your spring weather, and if you are on the other side of the world, well, I hope you're enjoying your weather as well. So today I have a fairly easy DIY for you guys. The first one, we're going to start with these kind of mirrored trim plates. One is 10 1/4. These are from the Dollar Tree, and the other ones are 7.5 inches. I will leave the Dollar Tree link to these down below in the description box if you're interested. We're also going to use these Hot Wheel tracks. If you have a brother, a boyfriend, a husband that used to play with this, or even yourself as a kid, then you know what I'm talking about. They come 2 in a pack. Obviously, we're going to just use one, but again, later on the video I will mention that if you want to make this piece larger, you can actually end up using both of them. And if you notice here, they have a hole on either end. You want to leave that so that you can hang your piece. So now I'm going to use my glam glitter. Yes, I know many of you are going to be like, well, there she goes again with her glam glitter. But you know what, guys? I have a stash of my own to play with aside from the one that I sell. And so you know what? I figure I use it because it's really pretty and I just can't help myself. So anyway, if you are interested, I did put my email on the screen and it will also be in the description box below. You don't have to use my glitter. You can use your own. You can use crushed glass. You can use whatever it is that you want. Again, I have this in my stash for me to play with, and so I'm going to use it. Anyway, I'm mixing the gold and the silver. I want a little more of the silver than the gold, so I'm just mixing it to my liking. And as I mentioned before, this is the beauty of these glitters, that you can mix them and they complement each other really, really well. Okay, so this track right here, as you can see, one side is raised and the other one goes in. We're going to use the side that is raised because it just helps the plate to, you can glue it on better that way. Obviously, it has something to connect to, if that makes sense. And so now you're going to find your middle part of your track and you're going to glue on your larger plate. I'm using one large plate and the rest are going to be the smaller ones. Again, you can configure it however which way it is that you want. I'm using my favorite glue, my Elmer's clear glue. Will from Lighting and More DIY put me onto this. I love this glue. You can use resin if you want, but this is just perfect. And you can use this as well, as I mentioned before, as a sealant when you're done, and it dries really shiny and clear. So again, we're just covering the inside of the plate, and that's what it's looking like so far. You can layer this. You can let the first layer dry, then go again the second time. I'm going to use these diamonds. That one was from the Michaels, and this one here in the pack is from Dollar Tree. I haven't seen them lately, but if you do grab a few, I think it's a good deal. They're different in size, just a tad. One is the one from Michaels, just a little larger than the other one. I'm going to use both. And I'm just going to glue them on top. You've seen me do this before in my previous DIYs using the glam glitters. And now I have these other ones here that you can use as well. These are the clear ones. I got this at the craft store. I know Dollar Tree has the larger ones. So again, you can embellish it with whatever it is that you have. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to seal it with this, and this is just going to give it a nice, clear, very shiny finish. I absolutely love it. And I already did my other plates off camera. This is where I'm going to position mine, and I'm going to leave the top one. I'm not going to obstruct the hole that's on the other end just because I want to loop a string there, and I'm going to hang it that way. One thing that I do want to mention about these plates, and I made a mistake, is that I tried to clean the mirror trim with a Bounty and Windex or something like that. I think it was some kind of a liquid detergent. Please don't do that. I highly recommend that you use a microfiber cloth and either just hot warm water or alcohol. That's it, because if not, they're so easily scratched, and so you definitely don't want to do that. And as you can see, this one I'm gluing it off center to the left, and then the other one I'm going to off center it to the right. And this is where I mean when I say you can elongate this piece even more by using the other track, or you can create two separate ones, however which way that you want to do it. This pack of butterflies are also from the Dollar Tree. They come 4 in a pack. I think they're beautiful on their own. I'm going to go ahead and spray paint them gold, and later I'm going to show you a second look that you can do with the wall piece that we just created. Moving on to my second piece, this is one of my inspirations. This is so in style right now. The birds, the leaves, the flowers, the branches. If you look all over the internet, Pinterest, you will see that it's all over the place. I absolutely love bird cages, birds, branches, leaves, flowers, whatever it is, I absolutely love it. So these were my inspiration, and so you want to use these metal, flowers. I guess you decorate your yard with them. And I forgot what they're called, but and also these right here, these little butterfly hook things. These right here are from Dollar General. They're from Dollar General. As you can see, the top flower separates. I thought of using this. The stem is already curved, but I ended up not using them. I went with the Dollar Tree one, and I ended up curving them myself, as you can see here. So it's fairly easy to curve them. Just be careful that you don't hurt yourself, of course, and you just kind of want to curve it into the shape that you want until you're satisfied, and that's what I did for the first one. Now that I'm happy with the way that I curved it, I thought that it was just a little too long, so you're definitely going to need your pliers here or your wire cutters. This is from the Stanley brand. I got this at Walmart, I believe. I absolutely love it. It has saved my life. It just really comes in handy for many projects. Now what I do like about this metal flower is that you can see it's just so easy to pull them apart, and at the time of spray painting them you can kind of get into the nooks and crannies and that sort of thing, and then you can put it right back. They're very pliable. You can shape them. As you notice here, I'm curving the leaves to my liking, and so you can kind of play around with it that way. For the second one, I'm going to remove the stem. You can kind of go back and forth, back and forth. You can break it off that way, or again, you can use your pliers. And I'm just going to loop it through there, and then later I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue to hold it in place. Now for the leaves, you're gonna go back and forth until they break off, or you can use some pliers or something. Just be careful that you don't break them a little bit like I did. I ended up having to snip a little bit off, but honestly, they're really easy to snip off the stem, and so I'm gonna go ahead and add these two to my stem here. And I'm using today my strongest glue, the Gorilla Clear Grip. I do recommend that throughout these projects that you use your strongest glue. Just so that it's metal and you don't want it to fall apart, and you want to at least allow it to dry 24 to 48 hours, and you can go ahead and use your hot glue. I love the Gorilla brand hot glue. Those are my favorite, so together they make a great team. So what I'm going to do with this piece, I'm going to spray paint it gold. Again, you can spray paint it whatever color that you want, or actually you can just leave it the way it is. Moving on to our butterfly, look at how easy it is to remove the top one. You're going to remove it, and that little piece of wire there, I didn't remove it. I actually kept it to create the antennas that the other part of this butterfly stayed with. So she has hers, but she doesn't. So I'm creating her little antennas. So, and then you just want to go ahead and curve it at the end. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, please give me those thumbs up. I always say this in my videos. There is no way that I will know if you enjoy my videos unless you let me know, and those thumbs up really let me know that you enjoy my videos. Alright, so please keep them coming. I would really appreciate it before this video is over if you give me a big thumbs up if you think that I am deserving of it. So once you decide where you want your butterfly, you're going to go ahead and glue it on. So as you can see off camera, I did put my glam glitter in there. I embellished it that way, and I'm also going to apply those diamonds to those little holes that you see that the butterfly has, and these are from the Dollar Tree as well. And so I'm going to give it a little extra something, and I'm going to glue those on there. You can make this even longer if you want. You can add more branches and more flowers. Alright, for a second DIY, here's that flower. If you're not going to need the stem, I recommend that you pick up these because the stem already is off. And so that's what I did for this one. Here I have a little candle cylinder. I went ahead and spray painted more butterflies. And what I like about these again is that they're very pliable. You can kind of curve them at the end so that they fit really nice with the glass cylinder. And I'm going to use a total of 3 of them. And basically what I'm trying to create is just to go around the glass holder. So you can keep these butterflies together. You can use these little zip ties and spray paint them gold. Or you can use, you can loop them, through this way, or you can use a little bit of a wire. I just decided to use my glue. And as you can see, I'm embellishing it with more diamonds, and this time I did it on the inside of the butterfly as well because you can see it through the glass cylinder. So I also put a little diamond in the middle there. This box I picked up at Michael's. Those box of diamonds there. Let me know if you love butterflies and birds, bird cages, branches, flowers. I don't know that I've ever met any woman that doesn't love flowers. I absolutely love flowers, any kind of flowers. So I really like this time of year because of the spring, because I can decorate with these type of things. And when I saw these at the Dollar Tree, that was just the first thing that came up to my mind. And so I'm just trying to give you some ideas today, some inspiration. And that's what that's looking like so far. And that flower right there, I also embellish, and I will show you how to use it later. And so this is how our wall piece turned out. This is our first look. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really do love these plates. If you're very careful with them and you clean them with hot water and alcohol with a microfiber towel, you'll be all right. Other than that, you will scratch it up, as you can see there, like I did. But other than that, it is just gorgeous. The camera doesn't really do it justice. The glitter with the glue, it just glimmers, and especially when the light hits it, it's just so beautiful. And who would have ever thought that these are Dollar Tree plates? But they are, and again, I will leave the link down below for those. And this is our piece right here. It's so unique and so beautiful. I think that this one looks absolutely beautiful in a coffee table in a living room or a dining table, especially if it's glass or mirrored. It just would stand out so well. And so here I have my candle holder standing on a little stand here, and coming right up, I'm going to show you another look that you can do with these pieces, just to give you some alternatives. Let me know what color would you spray paint these pieces should you recreate it. I want to know. And this is our second idea here with those butterflies. I decided to embellish my wall piece just to go with the theme of the centerpiece there and the candle holder. Here I have my candle holder sitting on that flower. And the larger piece, as you can see, I put some battery operated tea lights. I actually think that you can put the real ones if you have it like in a little glass thingy. I think it will look perfect. Let me know what you guys think about this. I really want to know. Please give me those thumbs up It just keeps me motivated to bring you more ideas, and I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.